Alrighty, so here we go. Welcome everyone to another video. Thank you so much for watching. And today I'm going to be giving you guys an update of what's going on currently in my life and what to expect here as far as content goes. And right now it's 11:35 p.m. March 16th, 2020. And this is going to be my update video halfway through the month of March. And I'm so excited to say that we have surpassed 8,000 subscribers. That's crazy. And I'm getting a lot of views, a lot of comments. It's very hard to keep up with all the questions and all the different comments on all these different videos. Thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate it. And if my voice sounds a little tired, or it sounds a little, I don't know, out of place, without energy, it's because I am filming this late nights and I had a long day. It's Monday. Mondays are always a long day, and I've been stressing out a lot, so my voice is not 100% here. My whole, I don't know what I could say, is not 100%. So I would like to first talk about a few things, and that's videos to come. I'm going to be doing more unboxing videos on UMD games, movies, and things like that, and also PSP consoles. And I think right now is a great time to collect PSP consoles, just because the prices are not too high and there's not a lot of collectors seeking out this stuff, so that's great. And the pre-owned area is pretty fair when it comes to these consoles, and some of the more rare stuff, I'm seeing them lower than like $80, which is great. And I want to collect all the consoles when it comes to the PSP 1000, 2000, and 3000. I would love to own all the different variations, and that's pretty much my goal. And I'm having so much fun doing all these different unboxings and seeing all sorts of different consoles available for sale online, and some of the cool stuff that's coming out of Japan too, which is great. And yeah, we're gonna be doing more unboxings, and we're gonna be doing all sorts of different homebrew videos for the PSP and also for the PS Vita. Sorry, just taking some water here. So I'm also working on a new logo. I have a very great concept on what I want as a logo, and it's kind of hard to find someone to execute it. I do have a good friend of mine who's working on it, but he gave me 4 different logos. They were all the same, but only one was very close to what I wanted. And it's not that close. We're getting there, but my idea's not, my idea of a logo is just not there yet when it's created. On paper it looks good, but when rendered through some kind of system on the computer, it just doesn't fit very well. So I have to find someone who's capable of doing like geometric shapes and things like that. And once I get that new logo going, I want to create the Patreon, or maybe possibly just create the Patreon before this logo and just go with it, because there's a lot of people who want to participate in a Patreon and see what kind of perks they can get when supporting the channel. And that's one thing I'm working on. Not a lot. I've been more focused on the content and the logo and not too much on the Patreon, which I should. And that's to come here soon. And once I get the new logo going, I will start creating some merch. I think that would be great. That would be a lot of fun, and just see how that goes. It's not going to be nothing too serious when it comes to the merch, but hey, you never know what your supporters can do for you, so that I'm looking forward to. And let's see here. Oh yeah, I do have a Facebook group, so if you haven't already joined the Facebook group, ask you to please join the group, and from there you guys are going to get a lot more information. I'm working hard on how to really upload content on there, and what's the best way to give you guys information on the Facebook group. And also, I just started a little giveaway. And that's what's great about being part of a group, is that I can start interacting one-on-one with some of you guys, and just being and having like this nice little small community on the Facebook group. I think that would be great, and get a chance at winning some cool stuff, which is always fun. And so join that Facebook group. I'll have that link in the description down below, and also to my Robles Jr. Facebook page. There you guys can keep updated on certain things that are going on in my life, or just any updates on videos, content, things like that. So make sure to follow me there, and I'll also have a website going and an Instagram going here soon, specifically for this channel. And I really don't want my main Instagram page to kind of coincide or collide with the YouTube channel, just because I want that to be more personal and more private. And I have another Instagram page where it's just more focused on the channel and the homebrew and all the different videos that I have for you guys on the channel. So now that we got all that stuff out of the way, I wanted to talk about the channel analytics. So far we have gained 776 subscribers in the last 28 days. We have gained 85% of views, up to 110,000 views. Watch time is 6.2 thousand, which is crazy. And pretty soon I'll be having a nice small check from Google AdSense from all the monetized videos that I have created, which is fun. So that really helps me out a lot. And now for the more serious topics in my life here, and it's gonna be a little tough to talk about these things, but I appreciate you guys watching up to this point and listening to me. So there's gonna be a few updates here. Some things you might not like, some things that might I don't know, make you sad a little bit, but it's no big deal. I'm trying to get through this here as much as I can with the ability that I have, that all the strength in me to keep going. So alright, it's gonna be a little tough to talk about a few of these topics, but we're just gonna get into it here. So here are the different topics that I would love to talk about in this video, in this part of the video. The first one is losing my pet cat Skylar, my thoughts on the virus, my lease is up and I'm getting kicked out of my apartment, let's see, my depression, and just trying to evaluate my life with my kid, my marriage, my spiritual life, you know, going to church, and also you know, my whole thoughts on this pandemic that's going on right now. So first thing I'm going to talk about is Skylar. My pet Skylar was put down because he was a little too aggressive. He was very loyal to me, and I miss him a lot. This time around 10 p.m. to 12 or 1 a.m. he's usually with me while I'm creating content, rendering my videos and uploading them on the channel, and creating thumbnails and things like that. So losing Skylar was very tough on me. It was very depressing. I cried for like 3 days. First day was very tough. I couldn't believe that he was gone once I left the place where we had him, you know, go to sleep. And the way it happened made me so guilty. It made me feel so guilty because I felt like he was there with me his entire life. I was his center of the universe for him, and to leave him like that, I felt very terrible. And him just being on his own like that was very tough on me, tough on my heart, tough on my mind, tough on my soul. He was a great cat. He was always loyal to me, but everyone around me seems to get hurt, and that's one thing I didn't like that Skylar did. And as much as I tried to fix things, rearrange things, and talk to different vets, they just ended up saying he had to get put down because he was just way too aggressive, and there was no way for them to take him in and have some other family adopt him just because he just poses a liability or some kind of like danger to other people. So that's the reason why he had to get put down, and it breaks my heart every single day. I think about him all the time, and I felt like I didn't treat him well, or I wasn't there for him as much as I should have. And that just really kills me, is that I wasn't really a good owner to him, and I should have been a better owner and a better loving person towards him. So I'm slowly getting over it. I need to get over it because it's really affecting a lot. It's affecting me at work, at home. I'm super depressed. I don't want to do anything. It's very tough to create content. My voice shakes a little bit. I get nervous, and I just don't have that ability to make that content. It's so hard to even think about making content. So it's just been a crazy roller coaster of emotions lately, and it's just been crazy. And I miss him a lot, and hopefully I make a little tribute video for him, like a little highlight video, so maybe in the future my kids could see the fun that I had with Skylar at least. And you know what, I give a lot of respect to people who have pets and that cry with their pets, and all that bond. I always made fun of people like, oh my god, it's just a dog, or it's just a cat, it's just a bird, or whatever. But now really feeling that pain and that emotion, I have a whole new respect for all pet owners and what they go through when they lose their pals, their buddies, and it's sad. So yeah, it's been crazy. That really got me very depressed and just been very tough. So I'm getting through it on the daily. I'm just trying to stay positive, trying to just be there for my daughter, for my wife, and just be as positive as I can. And I think about Skylar all the time, and just knowing that I gave him at least a good set of years for him, and he lived, I would say, a pretty good life, but it was too short. It was cut too short, unfortunately. Moving on to my thoughts on the virus, and I think it's a little crazy how people are overreacting with overstocking their pantries and buying all sorts of toilet paper and wipes and disinfectants and hand sanitizers and overpricing and all that. I think it's a little obnoxious. At first I was a little scared. I was very scared because I didn't know what this virus was capable of. And I was very scared for my family. I was scared for my daughter, for my wife, and all my family members around me. And learning more about this virus made me reassure that things are going to be okay. But I also have to take those precautions in keeping other people safe if I am infected, or just trying to stay clean and just trying to take the best measures to be ready for anything that would happen in the future, like total lockdown for like 2-3 weeks. My wife is okay. She's just scared that we would run out of supplies and we wouldn't have food, water, or anything for my daughter, and I'm very scared of that too. This past weekend I wanted to buy all sorts of stuff, but she was like, you need to slow down, we got to think of other people and people who really need it. So she kind of put me on check, and I slowed down a little bit, and we just bought groceries for 2 weeks. Nothing too crazy, nothing over dramatic. It's just something that we should do all the time, just to be safe. And the food that we have is enough to last us for about, if we're very smart, it should last us for about a month. So we should be fine there. As far as work goes, I'm not sure how that would go down if I were to stay locked down for like 2 weeks. I'm not sure if my employer would be able to pay me for that time gone. Not sure how that would go down, just because I do work for a small business, and it's a family-owned business, so it's just, two guys running the shop, eBay store, things like that. So I'm a little stressed about that. That's something to stress about, right? If you're not getting paid for a week that you're not supposed to be off, but you're off. I'm not too stressed up about this virus. I'm just worried about the people that have health issues and that are more older, right? And when it comes to this virus, guys, please do your research. Don't look on the news for information. Make sure you're following the information from professionals like doctors and people who actually worked with this virus and know what the hell they're talking about. So make sure you get the right information. I'm not a doctor or anything like that, but I would really suggest you guys to just take the precautions and just make sure that you're doing the right things to keep yourself safe and others around you. This virus is crazy. Don't know what's going to happen next. Only time will tell, right? We just got to be smart. We humans are smart. We can do all sorts of different things. We can build different things. We can defeat almost anything. So we just got to be very smart and just try to hold on to hope and faith and just pray that this damn thing goes away. So not too worried about the virus, just more of people panicking is what pisses me off. People panic, and when people panic, I start panicking, and I have a very bad anxiety, very bad, emotion, roller coaster, depression. I try not to show it as much on the channel, but now being more serious on the topic, that's how I am sometimes. Just I kind of lose myself a little bit, and I don't want to do that. So thank God for my wife. She's keeping me in check and helping me get through it. And it's always good to have a good woman by your side, right? And I'm so blessed to have her and so happy to have her by my side and in my life. And now moving on to, let's see, the lease, right? So we had new management come in, and the problem is that the new management kind of lied to us. They said, hey, we're the new management, we bought the building, we bought out the owner or whatever, and there's just, this thing is an ongoing crap. It's just insane how much we have gone through living here, and I've been living here for 4+ years. And the new management was like, hey, we're gonna renovate, we're gonna do all sorts of different changes, we're gonna change the carpets, we're gonna do all this different things, and everyone was so excited. And then after December 31st 2019, almost everyone got eviction notices. 30 days, 60 days, you're out of here. 60 days. So almost 80% of the people in these two buildings that I live in are completely gone. It's March 16th, and they left 16 days ago. 2 weeks ago, they were all packing their bags, throwing stuff in their trucks, and moving out. And a lot of these people can't afford to go to a new place, especially in the damn cold. And here in Minnesota, in the northern state here, it gets pretty cold. Not that crazy, but during the season, the winter season, it gets pretty cold. Last season, it was around -30s, and it almost went up to the 60s, which was crazy. And all these people, I feel so bad for them because they weren't ready for it. And the new year, everyone's getting kicked out, and it's just so sad. And I'm still here because I'm not due until May 31st. And I'm a little worried because I haven't really saved a lot of money, and it's hard to save money just because of the different things that are going on. And it's not that I don't have enough money saved. That's not a problem. It's just finding a place. That's the problem. It's actually not saving money. I do have enough to move out here just barely, right? Just barely have enough just to find a place, put the down payment, and then come up with the rest of the money later on. It's not like I can just take it out of my bank and just start looking for a new place. That is sort of a problem, but I have sort of a plan on how to get that money back, or just get the money to move into the new place. Anyways, it's just very hard to find a place because everything is so expensive, and I do need a 2-bedroom in order for me and my family to kind of work, right? We have to have a 2-bedroom apartment or whatever it may be. We've been looking, and it's just been so tough. We find places, and they just get, swiped up from all sorts of different angles, and it's just so hard to find a meeting with these people and get a walkthrough and get the lease going and things like that. It's been a little stressful. I'm not even coming up with the right words here to describe what the hell's going on with all this leasing or finding a new place. But anyways, the new management was like, hey, you're on a month-to-month basis, and I was not notified about that. For some reason, they say, hey, your lease doesn't show up, you're on a month-to-month basis. I'm like, what? I signed a lease. And I signed a lease when I first moved in here in a 1-bedroom apartment. And the guy, he took my lease, and I asked him for a copy. He never responded. He kept quiet all this time. I kept asking him. He just kind of, was beating around the bush and just like, hey, I'll get it to you soon. And, oh yeah, I'll get it to you soon. And we never got it. A little worried about that during the time, and I just didn't care enough to really take any, action towards that. That's very stupid of me to not make a copy of that lease. Fortunately, they do give me the tax form of me paying every month, which is great. But it's still not good enough. So the owner, he was already selling the property last year in like August or whatever, like midway through the year, and he's been pocketing all of our money, not putting any money into fixing the laundry rooms, fixing carpet, fixing sinks, different appliances that are going out, fridges, stoves, dishwashers. This place is just crazy, and I got so blessed and lucky that I was in some units that are reasonable. Like, people come into my unit like, wow, this is a nice place, and I go into theirs, I'm like, whoa, I'm back in the 70s. Like, what the hell? It's like a 30-year-old apartment with old carpet and carpet in the kitchen, which is crazy. I just couldn't believe it. And the manager who was dealing with this whole stuff, I felt like he really lied to everyone and just kind of pocketed a lot of people's money. And he was a nice guy, but I can't talk to him anymore. I can't look him in the eye because, you're talking to a thief, a guy who really, stole from a lot of people, and that's just not right. It's funny because he does live above me. So if you're listening to this, Dan, I wish you the best of luck in the future. But anyways, that is pretty much it for this video, guys. I know it's been long, and I appreciate you guys listening to this point. If you really do care about me, thank you so much. I appreciate it, and I'm so happy creating content on YouTube. It's something that I'm very passionate about. I've been passionate about it since day one, but I never really took the time to take it seriously and to grow it. And now that I'm taking it seriously, uploading almost every day, it's growing like crazy, and it's something that I love doing, so I hope to continue to do this. And hopefully I don't bring you update videos like this one, because it's kind of it's a very not good moody video. Or it's just a moody video that it just I just don't want you guys to get worried. I just want to keep you guys informed of what's going on, and there you go. So that is it for this one, guys. I'm damn tired. It's midnight and want to get some sleep. so I could be ready for the next day and see what God has in store for us on the 17th of March. So thank you guys so much. Take care. I love all of you guys, and I will see you on the next one.